they made moves at the deadline also. They got pitchers too, and they can hit. And evidently they can rebound. Wait, what? It's the opening drive. Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you for finding us on a Wednesday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. How you living?
What'd it do?
You all right? They pitch, they hit, they make trades. Their guys are okay too. And they came back last night. And can they rebound? Jeff, you don't rebound in baseball. Yeah, obviously you do. Not rebounding like maybe Draymond Green rebounds or like Dwight Howard rebound or triple-double kind of rebound. No, rebound from a loss that everybody told you was going to be devastating. How can you come back? How can they rebound from something like that? How are they going to be able? It was one game. To them, it was one game. And it shows maturity and it shows championship medal. Now, are they going to be good enough to win 2 of the last 3? We'll see. But we're 2-2 in the World Series. And coming off an 18-inning loss at Dodger Stadium hours prior, the Blue Jays became the second team in baseball history to face the task of coming back from losing in 18, because there was only one other time that happened. And just like the Red Sox in 18, they responded with a big win over the Dodgers in Los Angeles. Vladimir Guerrero had the big home run in the 3rd inning off of Shohei Ohtani, and they got that quality start from Shane Bieber. Kind of cruise. Wasn't a whole lot of drama on this one. You got to go to bed early last night. Hopefully you caught up on some sleep. 6-2 was the final in Los Angeles last night. Lots to do on this one. Not as much as, I don't know, maybe the night before. But you stayed up till 1 in the morning 2 nights ago. You get to go to bed at 9 last night. How'd that feel? You catch up on your sleep. This was resilient. This was gutsy. This was bounce back. This was, pick your word. But it was a rebound from what so many told you was going to be devastating. And it was. Because the reality is, while all losses aren't created equally, they all count the same. They count as one. And they didn't lose 3 games in 18 innings. They lost 1 game in 18 innings. Yeah, they played 2 games worth of ball, but they lost 1 game. And that group is pretty damn solid. And they came back and give it to Shane Bieber. Bieber, who was acquired by the Blue Jays this summer, threw 5 1/3. Gave up 4 hits and 1 run. Outdueled Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani pitched 6 innings. Put 2 on in the 7th. Those 2 runs were charged to him, even though it was the bullpen who ultimately gave him up. But he gave up 4 runs, 6 hits, struck out 6, and walked 1. The big home run, Vladimir Guerrero, and then they just piled it on. So here we are, best 2 out of 3. We'll play in Los Angeles tonight and go back to the Great White North on Friday and Saturday if necessary, and the trophy will be handed out in Canada. Lots to do. I want to hear from you, Dodger fan. I know you feel a certain way about it. I think in some corners of Dodger Kingdom, you thought this thing was wrapped up after winning an 18 inning. I think there were parts of Dodger Kingdom, it's over now. We won that one. Lest I remind you that it counts for 1. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning as they do every day. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the Twitter or the X, it's _ JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian's producing. You can watch our show on our Facebook page. You can watch what Adrian produces, and it's a great show that he puts together. Not because of us, but because of him over on Xfinity Channel 26 and the YouTube channel for ProView Network. Guest list today, Sean Ryder's going to be with us. We'll do Ryder on the radio at 9 o'clock. The beat writer for the Albuquerque Journal covering Lobo football. We'll talk to him about the win last week from his perspective, get the updates on injuries moving forward, and certainly look ahead to the game in Vegas on Saturday against the Rebels. JJ, I look at the Blue Jays last night, and whilst I don't know who's going to win this, that's championship medal. They are champions. They won the American League. They are the champions of the American League. Whether or not they win 2 of the next 3, I'm not stunned they came back, because it's a group and a manager who's got that mindset. It's 1 game. And as much as it was 18 innings and was emotional, and I'll talk all the history and all that we want to talk about. They went to bed and got up and said, all right, it was just one game. And came back and said, we're still in the series.
Yeah, and the realization is Toronto is the no-name Masters, and their offense is better than the Dodgers. I got swept up in the starting pitching of the Dodgers, and it was historically great to this point. But what the Blue Jays offense has done has been greater than that. Because you trust multiple dudes to get hits. I'm still waiting for someone other than Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani to do something.
Yeah, where's Mookie Betts been, right? I think he's 5 for 37 or something in the playoffs.
Like I got swept up in that starting pitching for the Dodgers, and Toronto's like, hey, we're going to be good. We'll be fine when it comes to pitching. And their offense is showing to be deeper than the Dodgers.
Top to bottom. And the Dodgers, the bottom of their lineup in the first two series, outside of Andy Pages, was really good. Pages has struggled through the entire playoffs. But they were getting hits from Edman, and they were getting key hits, certainly from Kike Rodriguez. I'm sorry, Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez giving him a couple of hits.
Yeah, the Dodgers offense is actually, hey, that's a postseason offense.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to 1 through 9 hit like that. So as much as we're talking about how great the pitching has been, we didn't acknowledge that 1 through 9, 1 through 8 for Toronto is at another level. Because you usually don't have your 7th or 8th hitter in a lineup, in this case Clement, hitting .393 in the postseason. That's crazy.
Well, and they've been getting big hits from every spot in that lineup. Every spot.
You have to realize that what kind of the Dodgers starting pitching was doing was, wow, that's next level in the postseason. Well, that's the Blue Jays offense.
Yeah. Yes, and that's why they're here. Yes, that's why they're 2 wins away from a world championship. Must win tonight for LA with Snell on the mound. Yamamoto goes in game 6, and so, I mean, if I guess anything happens in a game 7, right?
All hands on deck,
right? Anything happens. Must win tonight. I don't know if it's a must win. It's a kind of would like to win night.
It's a let's get 1 or 2 more bats going kind of game for the Dodgers.
Well, I think what your ace has been. I mean, I don't know. Yamamoto's probably been your ace, huh? More so than Snell. Snell was okay in game 1. A lot of pitches in the first inning of game 1, and so that's how they somehow got to him. But you got Yamamoto. I mean, I trust Yamamoto in game 6, don't you? That's on a full rest, isn't it? He threw some bullpen innings. He threw some bullpen work 2 nights ago. I think that was probably just regular work, even though he was warm enough to go in. Who do you give the edge to now? There'll be 2 in Toronto if they need it. 1 more in Los Angeles. Snell, Yamamoto, and then probably Glasnow for LA.
Is it? You would, I think yesterday was, of course, the Dodgers have the edge. Shohei Ohtani's on the mound.
I mean, that was a common thought, right? That was the thought.
Probably lean the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Kind of what they have 2 of the next 3 games.
And they're hitting.
And it's that often.
Yeah. And
like, look at us. We're the no-name Masters.
That's right.
Vladimir Guerrero and how the best postseasons you're going to have. It's not Shohei Ohtani level because he's not pitching. Yeah. But the dude is mashing just as much.
Yeah. And you can't name 5 of us. And you watch this every night. And you still can't name it. Right? I think that's probably right. And give it to Shane Bieber last night. Like he said, there was no choice. It's what I had to do. I had to. It's the World Series. I had to go out and do that. This is close. I think I was probably very close to getting the ball when it was with Cleveland. And this was it. I think this guy won the Cy Young Award in 2020. Right? Big game last night. All right, Dodger fan, let's go. If there's Blue Jay fan, love to hear you as well. You can get a little noisy because, well, it would be about time for you to get a little noisy. Be a little concerned now. This team, just because I tell you this so often, and it's okay that you don't know about it. They play in Canada. They play in the American League East. You don't watch a lot of Toronto games. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not sure I knew a ton about the Toronto Blue Jays. How much Blue Jay baseball did you see this season?
Probably just what was on the national games.
right? I mean, it doesn't matter. That's cool that you didn't know about it. Just because you don't know about something doesn't mean it's good, or doesn't mean it's not good. Or wait, what am I trying to say? Doesn't mean it can't be good. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? They're, I don't want to say quietly because they play in the American League East and they beat out the Red Sox and the Yankees, but quietly out here have the best record in baseball. They won the American League East. They were the one seed in the American League. This, I heard, and I respect Josh Sushan tremendously. Clark just called him out on his show today. Well, I mean, our buddy, and he called him Bob Sushan from the sports animal. That's what he said. That would be Josh, but he did predict a sweep. And Josh knows baseball, man, way better than I do. And I get it. I get that's where where it's coming from. Oh, the Dodger pitching's incredible. Look at their lineup, man. It's a pretty damn good team over there. It's a pretty good roster that they put together. Vladimir Guerrero's legit. Bo Bichette is back. And then go up and down their lineup, and they can still pitch. 505-246-0610, Dodger fan. How you feeling? You all right? Still got this? Everything all right? We'll see. We got a lot of football to get through. The Lobo football luncheon was yesterday. Listen to what Jason Eck had to say. You got guys up for the Ray Guy Award. I asked, do you think it's cool your punter's up for the Ray Guy Award? And you think he has any idea who Ray Guy is?
I don't think a lot of you have an idea who Ray
Do you know
Guy
who Ray Guy is?
Obviously, he was a punter.
You really, honestly, you don't know who he punted for, or what his like?
I don't know who he punted for.
Right. He was a great punter for the Raiders. Okay. Like he's a Hall of Fame punter. Okay. But I guess I drive on Juan Tebow every day, and I don't know who Juan Tebow is. No, honestly.
Well, no, it's a realization that we're getting to an era where a lot of these awards have been around for a long time.
Yeah. Well, the Mackey Award was the tight end award. I'm not sure I know. I mean, is it John Mackey? Yeah, no, it's totally fair. Like who was Cy Young? Most people know who Cy Young was? Who he pitched for? I mean, those are awards. So I asked the question. I mean, okay.
It's good to learn, man.
Ray Guy was
a
great punter for the Raiders. Yeah, he was back in those John Madden Raider days. He was terrific. All right, so we got all that. Ryder's going to be with us. We got football to get through, a ton of football to get through. I got correspondence from you from yesterday that I didn't bang through that I will. So there's conversation there. It's your last day of 5K a day, so it's your last chance to win $1,000. I'll give you some keywords today as we go through the show as well. Come on in. Let's play radio. A ton to do on a Wednesday, the final Wednesday in October before we turn the page. Got a little chilly last night. Maybe you got a little freeze warning. Or maybe put your jacket on for the first time as we change seasons and get really, really serious about the football stuff as it rolls on. When we get back, I got a bunch of football stuff for you. We got some injury stuff. We got some interesting stories going on. Lamar Jackson will or will not return on Thursday night. That game that you'll hear on the Sports Center. We'll get to that when we get back. I was at an event last night at a place that specializes in events. It was at the Albuquerque Convention Center. If you're looking to host an event, it was reinforced to me again last night why you should go to the Albuquerque Convention Center. From small meetings to private gatherings to large expos, conferences, celebrations, their team, service, and catering go above and beyond expectations. If you are in the midst of planning your holiday party for your company, think of the Albuquerque Convention Center. Last night I was there for the Visit Albuquerque annual meeting and reception. The food was spectacular. And the way they do service, the way they take care of you, it goes above and beyond. And that's why we host our teams there for the Isleta New Mexico Bowl every year, because they take care of our guests the way we need our guests taken care of. Take your events to the next level. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. Versatile spaces meet every need. They offer you more than just a place. They offer you an experience right in downtown, parking and lots of it adjacent to the property. Go to www.albuquerquecc.com, albuquerquecc.com. Then give them a call at 505-768-4575. Area code 505-768-4575. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Football tomorrow night here on the Sports Animal. Thursday night football. Ravens, Dolphins. We're going to have high school football over on KTBL tomorrow night. That Thursday, tomorrow night. Rio Rancho at Cleveland. Is that you tomorrow night? Nope. Rio Rancho and Cleveland. So we are, like, tomorrow night we are full. The Sports Animal has Ravens and Dolphins. We'll have high school football over on KTBL, Rio Rancho and Cleveland. And Lobo men's basketball tomorrow night. Exhibition game out at the pit against Northern Arizona. That'll be over on News Radio KKOB. So we are chock full of nuts tomorrow here on the Sports Animal. Hyenas Comedy Nightclub presents all of our NFL action here on the Sports Animal. They're open in Albuquerque, featuring Al Jackson, Derek Cahill, Michael Longfellow, and Chris Franhola. Get your tickets before they sell out. They're located in Winrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more information. 505-246-0610. Dodger fan, Blue Jay fan, you're welcome to get in. How many, is this thing going 7? How you feeling after the win last night by the Blue Jays, the bounce back 6-2? All right, Lamar Jackson tomorrow night will return. That's all indications. He's missed the past 3 games. Has the Baltimore Ravens quarterback hamstring injury. Says he feels good. Full participant in practice yesterday, and he doesn't feel good. He feels great, JJ.
Great.
Yep. Does not anticipate any rust. He's playing except for last week, garbage defense. He goes bonkers tomorrow night, right?
Over, under 2.5 passing touchdowns.
More?
Yeah, I think Lamar just slices and dices.
More, and because he's playing against me in fantasy football, so it's just, right? I mean, more?
Got the special Thursday night boost.
Don't you think? I haven't checked the prize picks yet, what the Thursday night boost is, but it'll the max discount, as they call it over there. Yeah, that's, I mean, like I'm playing this dude who for the last few weeks has had to play without Lamar, and yeah, Daniel Jones instead. So either way, I guess. At least they're in a great running back. I say that now, they're going to go nuts because Quinshon Judkins is going to go hot this week, isn't he?
If he's in, there's the lingering shoulder.
He's got
that forced him out of the game.
Jordan Mason, Devin Neal, Tyjae Spears, and Bashal too. I see your face. Yeah, but his receivers, right? I mean, he's got Lamar. He's got A.J. Brown and T. Higgins and Tetaroa and Jalen Waddle. And he's got Tyler Warren. It is what it is. So that's happening in the NFL tomorrow. So you're gonna get Lamar back. Got some trade. Oh, here's some other news, and it's time. Tyler Shuck is going to start for New Orleans against the Rams. Spencer Rattler's been relegated to the bench. Kellen Moore made the move midway through the game last weekend, and it's just time. I mean, you've seen what Spencer Rattler is and what he is not. And Spencer Rattler certainly had his opportunity to become an NFL quarterback. And at times his numbers weren't horrible. The team's bad. Are they the worst team in the NFL? Them, the Jets, the Dolphins? Is that who I'm looking at? I mean, Raiders are really trying to make a claim.
The Raiders are close.
They're really trying to make a claim for
it. That quad box of who wants the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, they really want that. You good with this? Because I think this is the right move at this point.
I agree. You always wonder what is the difference, what holding someone back. In this case, there wasn't a first-round price tag on it, but this was a 40th overall pick in the draft, and they liked this quarterback enough to invest in him in Kellen Moore's first season when they had really no idea what they were going to do at quarterback after Derek Carr retired. Spencer Rattler's a guy you watch enough, and I'll take him for a game or two. Like, I think that there's definitely in the league for a while backup potential with Spencer Rattler, but the offense could never take that next step. And then with Shuck, you see, hey, is there something a little bit more here? Or are you looking at 2 guys that are going to be battling to be the quarterback 2 of the next in line next year?
So Spencer Rattler started 14 games. And I don't know if he's started his last one ever. I would guess not. He is 1-13 as a starter. That started last year when he filled in for Derek Carr when Derek Carr went down. His lone win came against the Giants this year in Week 5. Now, that's horrible, right? That record's horrible, 1-13. I don't know that I think he was horrible. Well, Jeff, he's 1-13. You play to win the game. Yeah, no, I get that. But you look at his numbers, it's like, all right, it wasn't all him. What's on that roster? They don't run the ball. They don't run the ball. Their defense
it's
is
not all
suspect.
him, but they have a lot more pieces offensively than say like, what Cam Ward is playing with right now, the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. Who also is really scuffed.
Forget Chris Olave, Shaheed, Alvin Kamara,
And Juwan Johnson.
Juwan
Good tight
Johnson,
end.
Taysom Hill experiment.
Yeah, whenever that happens. Yeah. Yep. I don't put it all on him. Since you brought up Cam Ward, he's struggling with Tennessee. They got beat by the Colts 38-14. Cam Ward said that, well, there might have been some positives. It's not enough. Quote, I have to do more. I have to be more accurate with the football. We have to consistently move the ball up and down the field and end with points. I think the last couple of weeks we've been better just moving the ball, but we have to end with points. If we don't score points, we're not going to be in a lot of games. Said every quarterback ever, including Cam Ward right there.
And
Right?
Cam Ward's tried to put a lot of this on him, understands he needs to be the leader, but is one where if you have the number 1 overall pick and you're taking a quarterback, you have to fire your coaching staff before
Yes.
you do that.
Yeah, for whatever
Like,
reason. Yeah.
What a disaster it's been the last few years for these guys that come in, the number 1 overall pick at quarterback, you're already going to an organization that's struggling. And we've seen, you go back, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, now Cam Ward, that in your first season, they axe the head coach.
Yeah, midway through. I think Jalen Daniels somehow spoiled this for everyone because management thinks, okay, if you have the number 1 overall pick, unless you traded for it, right? But typically, if you have the number 1 overall pick, you were the worst team in the league last year. You stink. I mean, you define what stink is. You define what's a bad team. I don't know, the worst team in the league. It's bad, right? Is that a fair definition?
Yes.
All right, so if you get the number 1 overall pick, your roster is not very good, typically. There's always, the outlier, and that's what it is. So 2 years ago, last year, Washington gets the number 2 overall pick, and they go from being the second worst team in the league, they go to the NFC Championship game, and now everybody wants that magic in a bottle. Now, this happened before, to your point, right? They were firing coaches before that. But this mindset of ownership thinking, all right, we got the number 1 overall pick, that is the pill. That is the elixir that is going to turn my franchise from being this doormat that the franchise that earned the number 1 overall pick. Somehow we're going to be really, really good overnight, and so they gas coaches. They did it with Bryce Young. Frank Reich got fired, like 5-6 games in, right, when he was at Carolina? And they've gone through. They're on their 3rd coach since then.
Yeah. We had Frank Reich, interim, then Dave Canales.
I mean, what are we doing? And Tennessee's done it as well. Now, Cam Ward's completing 57% of his passes. He's only thrown 5 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, right in the middle of the league as far as yardage. So that's him. We're moving the ball up and down. He's got Calvin Ridley
Hasn't played the last 2 weeks.
right, and
DK's
been all right. I
Little
Matter
rookie.
for a minute was all right. I don't know that he's got the weapons. I mean,
I think Spencer Rattler had better weapons and opportunity in that
I agree with
offense
that.
than Cam Ward has. But I do think when you look at it, even if you have a young coaching staff, if you're going to put that much pressure on year 1 of a coach and a number 1 pick to fire him, then if you have the number 1 pick and you're taking a quarterback, before that draft, you need to think about, should we just bring in a whole new coaching staff?
at the beginning, like the start,
Just restart.
because knowing because then it puts you 2 years back, because then you bring in a coaching staff that didn't draft this quarterback, and now you're starting completely over. And so what you're saying is, let's eat it. Bring in a new coaching staff. If we're not good this year, we're going to have the patience to get through this year and give him at least another year.
Yes.
I don't hate that, but explain to me, because I forgot, where patience runs and what ownership group has patience in sports.
None really do,
Right.
unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, that's where it is. I got you. Yes.
It's all right there.
It's all right there. Yes. All right, fair enough. That's 100% where it is. I forgot where it was. Yeah, and that's the Carolina, and especially, and this Steeler fan's going to hate this, but especially franchises that haven't had the stability or the success that Pittsburgh's had. You're going to say, what success have we had? And certainly more than Carolina or these teams that are just, Cleveland, that are just making these brash moves, right? Now, Cleveland, the Stefanski thing is really fascinating because
there's some patience there with him.
Yeah,
Yep.
There is. What are they going to do? How long are they going to stick with Dylan Gabriel with the noise around Shador? Shador will start a game this year. Yeah.
Shador should start a game
All
this
right,
year.
more or
Absolutely.
less half a game this year, Shador Sanders will start.
More.
Earlier or later, Shador Sanders will start by Thanksgiving. So that means the week before, the week after, like, because they don't play Thanksgiving. That gives him, 3 more weeks of Dylan Gabriel?
I say after.
Okay. When it gets really cold and he gets to go out there and, all right. Did they have the weapons? Are they set up? I mean, you got to put a quarterback out there with an opportunity to win, right? Jaden Daniels came into the league with a pretty good running game last year with Terry McLaurin, with who was their other receiver last year they had? They had somebody else over there.
Not
last year.
To Zach Ertz.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but all right. So I got a good tight end, a really good
Jaden
receiver.
Daniels was special last year.
Yep.
Overall, it's still about making plays. You look at Cleveland, right? You say, what do you have? Well, you got Judkins when he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Fannin and Njoku are the best tight end duo in the NFL.
And they've got a bunch of decent receivers.
Jerry Jeudy, make some passes
Catch the ball.
downfield.
Catch the damn ball.
Make a catch.
Yeah.
Play.
Here's the other guy who broke it. When C.J. Stroud came in.
Back-to-back 10-win season.
Back-to-back second-round picks who turned franchises around. All right, 505-246-0610. It's now or never for this team. We'll talk about that when we get back. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, and the update on the pectoral injury for the defensive player of the year who plays for the Broncos, 505-246-0610. Hey, listen to this. For the first time ever, the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium, is coming to Albuquerque. So November 5th through the 8th only at John Thomas Jewelers. They're bringing Antwerp to Albuquerque for a 4-day diamond event unlike anything New Mexico has ever seen. They're going to unveil the largest selection of loose diamonds ever shown in Albuquerque, hand-selected straight from Antwerp. That's the city where over 80% of the world's diamonds are traded, and you're going to get to meet the world-famous Antwerp diamond cutters in person. This will be your once-ever chance to see brilliance up close, compare the world's finest cuts, and most importantly, find your perfect diamond. You don't have to leave New Mexico. It's only going to be for 4 days. It's November 5th through the 8th. Appointments are limited, and they're filling up quickly. Book yours now. Go to johnthomasjewelers.com. johnthomasjewelers.com. Make your appointment. You're going to get a free diamond grading kit worth $100 just for coming in. It's Antwerp to Albuquerque, the world's diamond capital, brought home to you. Only at John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. It's on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, right across the street from the Coronado Mall to the east. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
The season's underway, and there's no better place to catch every play.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell,
Blue Jays 6, Dodgers 2 last night. Chavez Ravine 2-2 is the World Series. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. You're welcome to get in on that. Got a lot of footy coming up this weekend. Tomorrow's a big night here on The Sports Animal. We got the Ravens and Dolphins over on KTVL. Rio Rancho and Cleveland on a Thursday night. Rio Rancho and Cleveland on a Thursday night. I mean, that's the biggest robbery in the state, right?
It is. And they moved it because of Helen.
Is that right? I don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that? That's good?
I feel fine about it if I was calling the game, but...
Yeah. Fair enough. What's Austin dressing up as for Halloween?
He is a Special Weapons and Tactics member.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's kind of intense. What's Austin's mom dressing up as?
She has a shirt that says, "I'm with SWAT."
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Dad dressing up?
I will be a dog walker.
A dog walker.
With a brand new dog. And
so that's a dad with a dog?
Our 1-year-old dog and our 2-month-old dog. And just following them around.
With 2 dogs?
We have 3 at the house right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Very busy.
Yeah, sounds that way.
So looking forward to picking through and eating all the good candy while he finally falls asleep Friday night.
Is that how that works? So he's out and you steal his loot.
Oh, get some Reese's. All right.
Dad, where'd all my candy go?
The Sour Patch.
What do you mean? It was bad. It was unwrapped. I can't.
There's a bunch of needles in it and stuff.
Yeah,
I had to get
I threw it away. There's a bunch of horrible people in our hood. And, I couldn't let you eat that stuff. All right, who do the Commanders play? They play Seattle this weekend. We get them on. Why do I keep getting the Commanders on prime time.
Daniels, man, what they did they're the NFC Championship game last year.
Yeah, but I'm watching Marcus Mediocre. Like Jalen
Well, they set the
Daniels.
schedule before the season.
Is Jalen Daniels playing this weekend?
Yes.
You know that for a fact.
Yes. He was limited rehab work last week. Monday night, they're playing KC. They're like, yeah, let's not put him out there.
Must win for them. They're 3-5, and they're playing at home against the 5-2 Seattle team.
Gets to must-win territory.
Yeah, it's about
especially
there.
when you look at the NFC and what it's going to take to be a wild card team.
Now or never, according to Dan Quinn, he's their head coach. He talked about his team's inability to capitalize on the turnovers. Remember, Patrick Mahomes had those 2 interceptions on his first 2 drives for the first time in his career, and they got goonished out of it. Nothing. 28-7, they lost to the Chiefs. If they want to make it back to the playoffs, he says it's now or never. Just haven't executed consistently enough in all 3 phases of the game. Play a half really well and then don't play the second half well. Play well in one phase, don't play well in the other. Thought we had a really good week of practice. Honestly, I'm confident that if we can continue to practice like we do, it's going to turn. The clock is ticking, obviously. End quote. Yeah, and you played your backup quarterback. Like this
one's tough when it's against KC, but I do think one of the most disappointing things outside of the offense is defensively. You know, they played above their level last year. And this year, like, all right, if you fall a little bit, at least Jaden Daniels, that offense, can they be explosive of bringing Deebo Samuel? When Terry McLaurin gets hurt, you don't have him. Jaden Daniels is getting hurt. Without Jaden Daniels, you have no run game.
Yeah, Bill's been nothing without Jaden Daniels. Let me explain something to you. And you said this is your take, and you're right. So I don't have to explain it to you. Backup quarterbacks are backup quarterbacks for a reason. Whether it's Carson Wentz, Marcus Mediocre, whoever it happens to be. Right? They're there to go in and win you a couple of games when they need to. If you end up relying on them long term, you probably feel the brunt of it. And it's not because you want to. It's that's just how it is, right? I don't think Joe Flacco for that matter. Mac Jones went out and won a bunch of games for the Niners, right? What's happened the last couple of times?
Yeah, Mariota right now 1-2.
Yeah, he won his first one, right? Carson Wentz, same concept.
Man, that dude.
Yeah, and then he just got the crap beat out of him.
How do they really want to protect J.J. McCarthy, or do they not trust him that much? That Carson Wentz is out there playing with a torn left shoulder.
Mm-hmm. He's done.
And then throwing him to the wolves. And like, oh, well, you know, there's still a little bit of a tweak in that ankle for J.J. McCarthy. Hey, Carson.
Well,
get back out there, mate.
All right, so Carson Wentz undergoing season-ending surgery on that left shoulder, right? I mean, he's been playing with it for 2 weeks, which is just, to your point, just bonkers. It was known that he hurt his shoulder in week 5 against the Browns in London. He played last week, was week, 7? 8? Week 8. Ian Rappaport of NFL Media put out there that Wentz dislocated his shoulder, tore his labrum, fractured the socket, all in that game. In the last 2 games, 59.4% of his passes, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. They're 0-2. Really? The broken backup quarterback with a torn shoulder socket, messed up labrum, and broken shoulder. What is it? What's the injury? Dislocated shoulder, torn labrum, and fractured socket. You mean that guy couldn't win you games as a backup? Oh my good! He sucks. Please, what are we doing?
J.J. McCarthy's just there on the sideline, like, go team.
So he's in this week, right? Am I getting J.J.?
Gotta be. Who else is he going to, man?
Well,
gonna keep hiding this rookie? I think they signed John Wofford.
I told you this offseason while everyone was buying into J.J., and this experiment isn't over yet. J.J. McCarthy may end up being really good. He had one really, really good quarter, right, when they came back and beat the Bears.
Played 2 games?
J.J., I haven't seen anything. Like, J.J. McCarthy had won at Michigan, but he never had to win it. Their backup dude, do you know who Mac Brosmer is? Do you know where he played?
Pride of Minnesota.
He played at Minnesota. He's a rookie. Max Brosmer is the other quarterback on this roster.
A local product finally getting a chance.
Oh, there you go, Adam Thielen. Here we go. We got another Adam Thielen story coming. And they get like Detroit this week, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. All right, I'm going your way on this. Whatever the number is, I'm laying it. I gotta go. I gotta change my pattern because the insanity that keeps happening over and over is my fault. Sean Ryder's going to be with us at 9, the beat writer for Lobo Football. We'll talk football, Lobo Football, with he who covers it for the Albuquerque Journal. When we get back, I want to finish my thought on the backup quarterback thing. And Patriots made a couple of trades as the trade deadline is staring at us next week. So we'll get there. I'll tell you what they mean. What's scarier than Halloween? Huh? Riddle me this, Batman. It's that mystery stain in the back seat of your car. Yeah, that's probably fair. On the Spot Automotive is here to clean it up for you. All that your car's been through. On the Spot Automotive is going to take care of it for you. From spilled lattes to all the crud that's there from the road trips from the summer, they're going to make your interior look like it never happened. While you're at it, make sure you get your windows tinted. Have them come out to your place and detail your vehicle. And I say come to you because you do not bring your vehicle to On the Spot Automotive. They come to you. On the Spot brings their mobile unit to you. You're in the office. You're in the house. They are making your car look and feel and smell like the day you took it off the lot. It's incredible what they do. Talk to them about ceramic coating and paint protection film as well. You've heard me talk about it many times. I can't stress it enough. No more rock chips, bug guts, sunburn, just a clean, glossy finish that lasts and lasts and lasts. Not magic. You know what it is? It's just really, really, really good work. Voted best in the city and trusted by people who care about what their car looks like. On the Spot Automotive Detailing. It's all online. Book and buy at otsdetailing.com. otsdetailing.com.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin.
All right, I want to finish up the thought on the backup quarterback. 'Cause, yeah, I look around. What are the Niners the last couple of weeks? Right? I mean, Mac Jones has played well. He's lost 2 of the last 3. He lost to the Buccaneers, the Texans. Beat that Falcons team. But Mac Jones, look, I got no problem with what Mac Jones did. I think Mac Jones has been as good as you can possibly expect a backup quarterback to be. Right? But at some point, you realize they're backup quarterback. And you can only go so far. You're going to throw the Nick Foles thing at me, and you'll be right. There's always an exception to the rule. Nick Foles was a backup quarterback for Carson Wentz, won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he did. 100% right. And there's always an exception to the rule. How's Jacoby Brissett doing with the Cardinals? Backing up Kyler Murray.
They kind of like him more than Kyler right now.
Do you? You got to give Kyler one more run, don't you? Like, he gets healthy, he plays Monday night, doesn't he?
Yes.
But he's got, I told you I thought this was a huge year for him and that franchise. And I get it that they're tied to him financially, but I watch people eat contracts all the time. I'm not sold that Kyler Murray's a guy that's going to get them where they want to go.
Sometimes things just run their course.
Yeah, I think that's one of them. Who else is playing with a backup quarterback right now? I mean, Cincinnati is. How's that work? They scored 38 points. They probably didn't lose because of Joe Flacco.
No. The savior. Ain't no backup about big game Joe.
I mean, they're kind of good. All right.
There is a Joe on that team that's won a Super Bowl, and it ain't Burrow.
It ain't that guy. All right, 505-246-0610. Got this yesterday from Dan, and I read this. And I hear it from some of you. Is it time to pay Jason Eck to keep him? The Lobo Football Club. Dan says, I'm already hearing cries. We need to pay Eck. He's going to want money for his staff. So even with a few extra butts in the seats, it's not going to cover the money. This guy, this is Mike, said, no, Jeff Alou. You threw more money at Patino in July, and he was gone by March. Those extra George Washingtons made zilch of a difference. Did that result in a bigger payout? When they re-signed Patino, did it grow the payout, or the buyout when Xavier came to buy out his contract? I don't know the answer to that. Jeff Grammer asked Eck about his future yesterday. I thought Jason handled it really, really well. He asked him about the jobs that are out there, and this is something to really consider. And I thought Eck handled this the right way. The president is leaving. Okay. Eck said, I really like. I think he used the word love. Our athletic director. And I really like our president. He said maybe I'm biased because they hired me. But that matters, okay? Leadership absolutely matters. When Steve Alford got here, David Schmidley was the president, and there was Schmidley and Bobby Knight had a tie, and Schmidley pretty much hired Alford, and Alford would bypass Paul Krebs all the time, the athletic director, and go straight to the president when he wants something. That created a rift. That relationship is big. X said it's going to take something really special to get us to think about it. Now, what is special? It's a vague term. He didn't say I'm never leaving. He didn't say I'm not leaving this year. I thought he was right about the way he answered things. I don't know if you heard. Did you listen to the press conference?
Yeah, I thought he did a very good job at the end of that press conference.
I know for a fact that some schools have already reached out to his agent. I want to get into this a little bit. That email that says no, don't pay him. How do you feel? Look, it doesn't matter. You're right. You may extend him, and it might not be enough if Wisconsin comes or something, in his words, really, really special comes. I want to talk a little bit about how do you handle it now. You got a coach who's 5-3 that's name is up for every job, and this carousel is going to be bonkers. And we're talking about maybe a third of the jobs in college football turning over, head coaching. After the first rung, and then the second rung, and then the third rung. Right? Where does it all end? I got some thoughts on what to do. I'm not sure it's right. I'm not sure it's foolproof. But I thought he handled it well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Sound.
And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. all of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry.
Season Lobos are 5-3, which doesn't happen around here very often, so let's just enjoy what we have right now. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't know how you feel.
Absolutely.
Why?
You can enjoy the moment, and guess what? We have a 3-hour talk show each day, and these are topics that people are talking about.
Well, we're not making up these topics either, at least this particular. Okay, this one is every, and I won't say it, almost all of these lists, everybody go there. Colorado State's job is open, and here's their list. UCLA's job, here's your list. Oregon State, here's your list.
And you just can't ignore that this is the business of sport. And one of the things Coach Eck also acknowledged yesterday is that his players are already dealing with it.
His players / son, too, right? I mean, he talked about how agents are hitting his players up and his son about getting out of here. And he acknowledges any player at the group of 5 level, and I'm gonna tell you that any player, period, who has success, look, UCLA's roster is getting hit right now. Wisconsin's roster is getting hit. There's good players everywhere, and not all these agents are registered, and they're all they get 20%. If they sign you, you're a player at New Mexico, and say, hey, I can get you $80,000, $100,000, $125,000. And I'll get you over at this power school, and you go there. He gets 20% for introducing you to this coaching staff. So there's a lot of people out there with a lot of interests that aren't necessarily the best of the student athletes. But Lewis, why are we talking about this? Because it's a story. Because it's a real concern that Jason Eck's name is out there in connection with many jobs. Now, does that mean schools are talking to him? No, but I do know that his agent has fielded calls from people who are gauging his interest. So yeah, enjoy the 5-3. Enjoy the season. Keep winning. Yes. You're 100% right. The two things are true here. So it comes down to, what do? You have this. Okay, yesterday Jeff Grammer asked Jason Eck about the job opportunities, what's out there. Are you listening? I mean, I'm not sure exactly. I'm paraphrasing how Jeff did it, because he asked, I'm going to ask you, he had one more question. They asked him 5 questions about Halloween candy and what he dressed up as and all that stuff. And that's a lot of questions. One of the last questions. But he asked him about, the rumors are out there, the jobs that his name is being tied to. And I'll let you listen for yourself. This is how Jason responded to the inquiries about his future at UNF.
Yeah, I mean, I love our athletic director. I think that he was one of the guys that really drew me into this program. I think President Stokes has done a great job. And, again, I'm probably biased towards both of them because they hired me. I'm obviously very interested to see how the search goes for President Stokes' his replacement, and making sure that person is pro athletics. But no, I feel our administration has been very responsive, and when there's things that I've told them I think we need to improve, whether that was nutrition to the players or things, I think they've found a way to make things work. So, we love it here. I think it's going to take something amazing to pull us away from here. Again, I don't think, it's a negative because, again, most of the programs where you hear their coaches being mentioned is because they're winning. No one who's 2-5 or 2-6 at this point is getting their name mentioned on it. So I think it's a reflection of the work our players are doing. And, I think it's very similar for coaches and players right now. You got to stay focused on the task at hand because, we have a lot of players who are getting hit up by agents and stuff who are trying to concur. My son's one of them who's getting hit up by agents who's, want to represent him and telling him how much he can get if he goes into the portal and things like that. And you can't get ahead of yourself. You got to focus on the task at hand and take care of business. And then, I do think, when the season is over, the regular season's over, you have time to evaluate some of those things. But I'm very happy here, and it's going to take something pretty amazing to move me away. And that's kind of how I felt about this opportunity. I really liked it at Idaho and was coaching my son, and I just thought this was, too good of an opportunity to pass up to come here. So,
All right. So you define amazing, or more so, he and his family will define amazing. It's a vague term. Your amazing might not be his. His amazing might not be yours. There will be opportunity. I believe there's just going to be too many jobs open as this cycle hits. And we talk about the first layer, right? There's already all these jobs, whether it's UCLA, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, Oregon State, Arkansas, all the right, and then they're going to peel from wherever, and then those jobs are going to open. And they're going to fill, and then the next level is going to fill. So there's going to be opportunities. It's going to be up to the X, that family, to decide what's amazing, and can this be amazing?
If I'm a Lobo fan, the way he talks about Fernando Lobo, there's a different level of investment. Like, Lobo is in on football, understands how it can play at this level, how it can help everything, how this athletic department overall can be successful. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other. That would make me feel good that Eck has bought into that. And also, I think I wouldn't get ahead of myself from Fernando Lobo. I think Eck knows how important he is to this program, how much he means. But I would wait to have that conversation in terms of contract, etc., if something comes up. And I think right now you'd be in a situation, even with the change in the Mountain West, that there's a buy-in to you won't lose him to a lateral move.
Pac-12 lateral to you?
It's going to be a little bit better across the board. It is.
Well, and it's going to be more money, probably, too, right?
Sure. And is it Oregon State? And that
right
area
now,
of the country is familiar?
Well, right now, 2 Pac-12 schools have opened, correct?
Colorado State. Right. But I think if you're having that conversation, you have more of a chance now than maybe 6 months ago to keep your coach.
See, I would argue, and you can get in at 505-246-0610. If you're Fernando Lobo, do you have a conversation about extensions? I am. I'd have to look at the contract. I don't know if in his contract does it, because this is the trigger in many contracts. I know Tony Sanchez has this in his contract with New Mexico State. If they get bowl eligible at New Mexico State, I think Tony automatically, his contract extends 1 more year each time he gets bowl eligible. I don't know if that's in X contract or not. I would be having conversations with him about making sure he knows I want you here. We're finding more resources. X says something in there that he's been very receptive to everything that we need, whether it's nutrition. What are they building on? Do you know what they're building on to that south end of the weight room down there at the football building? Is that a meeting room?
I don't know exactly what it is.
Right.
Some improvements going in that area. And to me, I look at it as not, we don't want to do this. I think you wait to have the conversation so you can have the fair offer instead of just being like, boom, here we go, extension, 1.1 or whatever, and then something just slides in and goes, well, here's 1.3 or 1.4.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't want
to have. I think there's that trust between Eck and Lobo. Eck knows that this university, this community wants him here. And if you're going to get the offseason, this team's bowl eligible, 1, 6, 7 games, whatever it may be, and he's having conversations that there's a level you're not going to be able to match. But when those like-minded schools come, that's when I'm having a conversation of what do you need, how do we compensate your staff, can we make this work?
Yeah, I want to make sure you know that I'm going to do everything I can to make it worth your while, to make this the amazing place. And think about more than just money, think about opportunity. And X said something yesterday. I enjoy building. And I might be paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. And he's built this, he built Ida. Places that hadn't historically, certainly in the recent past. And there's something to that to him. And, many cases. Now, if a coach leaves because of success, he'll be going into a place with expectations. Right? What says you? 505-246-0610. JT, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, JT.
Morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
All right. Well, this topic we got right here, I believe in our athletic director. I think he's going to do everything he can. It's not a coincidence that all of a sudden you start hearing in the news that, they're going to try to make the South Campus this, that, with a stadium, with a Target, with this, that, the other, right? He is doing everything he can, but guess what? The fans are not doing everything they can. When in the last 5 years, I've gone in my mind with the new college sports, how the NIL is going to work. Every great coach and every great player is more than likely going to leave, Jeff. Is more than likely going to leave where they're at for more money. It's just my opinion, because the amazing, what you call the amazing, is the money, okay? You just can't turn it down, okay? I firmly believe that Bronco wouldn't have left this fast if there was no Utah jobs open. That's just my personal opinion. If Utah State didn't suck the year that we were good or decent, he wouldn't have left. All of a sudden Wisconsin sucks and Coach X played there. Okay, I mean, we just have to realize that we need to do our part as fans. Yeah, the bathrooms are this, and this is too slim, and that's just, we can't do nothing about it this year, but show up to the damn game. Okay? We got to be like 30, 40,000 and do our best, because Fernando's doing his best. We're not going to keep, every great coach that's doing great this year is going to be at another job next year. We have 4 or 5 players that are not going to be here next year. Let's enjoy today. Let's support the team today. Let's go to the games today. Let the chips fall where they may.
Yep.
But money's going to be, $3-4 million out there for Jason X. He's probably going to leave. But we got to show the next coach that we are doing our part to make New Mexico great, as good as we can make it. All right? Have a good day.
See you, man. All right, and that's good. And again, be in the moment. Now is good. Let me take this break. We'll go back to the phones. 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. But let me tell you about IPS, because they watch my home. They watch businesses. You see them everywhere in town. Why? Because they're keeping the bad guys away and protecting property. Property crime is real. International Protective Service is affordable. Private security in a time where that is necessary. I've trusted them for years. My family, my neighbors feel more secure. In fact, my next-door neighbors use them as well. IPS has officers strategically placed all over town, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They react quickly. IPS provides standing guards. If you want eyes on your property around the clock, they offer that to you. They'll install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. All of this is raising the level of security around my home and can do for your home and your business as well. So who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys, and the good guys are IPS. Call them, see what they can do for you. The number's 505-897-2420. Area code 505-897-2420. Online at ipsglobal.com. International Protective Service is passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. all your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
As it should have been last week, but you are in such a better place for this community with Coach Eck and that entire coaching staff, by the way. There's a lot of good dudes on that coaching staff, and it's little things that matter in a community like this.
Yep. Let me give you a chance to win $1,000. It's $5K a day. Final day of it is right now. I'm going to give you a keyword, grab, G-R-A-B, grab. Take the word grab, text it to 95819, 95819. Text the word grab. You'll have a chance to win $1,000. We'll send you back a text that says we got your entry. Messaging and data rates may apply. Please do not text and drive. All right, you want your daily Dodger report and, you know, the chips and who was at the house and who fell asleep and how depressed they were and how much fireball we went through. James, good morning. How you feeling after that loss?
I'm burned out, man. I'm burned out. The 5th inning, and I was out on the lazy boy. I turned it off, and you know what? We gave that game to Toronto. You know, we gave it up because we were tired. They could have it, but we're still going to win the World Series, so it doesn't matter. So we gave that game up. We mailed it in, and we were tired. So, you know,
all right,
we're still going to win.
And,
man, 18 innings is a long time.
Yeah,
guys.
dude. I was so glad that game ended.
You know Toronto was on the field, too, for 18 innings, right?
Yeah, but see, the deal is he was up last night. I was. I'm not lying, man.
But Toronto, you know, Toronto, they didn't have the tacos, they didn't have the fry bread, they didn't have the papas and all that before the game. You know, we did. We had all that, and we walked around and had a few cervezas and stuff like that. So we're tired, guys.
Yeah,
you know?
I get it.
Living in LA, man, you gotta go all the ethnicities, bro. You go down to little Tokyo, little Korea.
Yeah, you hit all them
LA,
places. Yeah, you hit them all.
You gotta hit them all, bro.
Yeah, you hit them all tonight.
Man.
All right, man.
Get all that stuff.
All right, we'll get ready for Game 5 tonight, man. Good luck tonight. All right, James. I'm not gonna lie though. I was beat. I went to the Visit Albuquerque annual meeting yesterday. Got home about the 3rd inning, and I was tired. Like when that game ended, I shut her down last night. What about 9 o'clock? The game ended a full 4 hours earlier than the game the night before, and it started at the same time. I was grateful. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just yeah, because we were up at freaking. We gotta go do this. Yeah. All right. Lobo women last night, 79-56. They beat UT Arlington in an exhibition game in Arlington. James said, replying to Fred, Jeff, before Fred comes in and asks if the women learned anything. They learned nothing playing a friendly against a club that was 164 RPI last year. I'm going to guess Bradbury would tell you he learned something coming out.
I'm going to tell you, James, stop coming in with takes from last year. You don't know what these teams are going to be.
You mean a team that was a 164 RPI last year might be different? Or net ranking? Because
They
RPI
could still be bad. Sure. They also brought a trio of sisters, 2 that played at Maryland and Purdue and were actually decent players and highly recruited.
At UTA?
Players. Yeah. But let's just keep running out numbers from rosters that could be 100% turnover trying to make a point.
Joanna Magalhaes scored 15 for the Lobos. They were up 18-14 after the quarter and then had a big second quarter. So they go for real when next week?
Monday night, lock it in, Northern Arizona. Regular season tip-off.
That matters,
7 p.m.
Right? That one matters. Okay.
It counts.
Lobo men play Northern Arizona tomorrow night in the pit. It's your first chance to go see the Lobos.
And that's an exhibition contest.
And so it doesn't count. Doing my best, Richard Pitino there. He's trying to calm his fan base down. When Xavier lost last week to Murray State at home in the Cintas Center or whatever they call it. Isn't that what they're playing? I'm pretty sure.
But, really, if you play a game and only Jeff Grammer sees it, does it really count?
It doesn't count. No. Even if Jeff Grammer sees it, it doesn't count. The Lobos lost to Washington State the other day. It doesn't count. See? All right. 505-246-0610.
I think Magalish, though, is going to have a fantastic season.
Trade in the NFL. The deadline's coming. Who got moved? Tell you what it means when we get back. Jeff Grammer's not going to join us because Sean Ryder will. Jeff Grammer gets enough time. Sean Ryder gets Ryder on the radio. He will be with us. He's the beat writer for Global Football for the Journal. It's coming up this morning. We're going to do that at 9 o'clock. Get his thoughts on the game last week. Lobos and Utah State looking back. I don't know if he got to talk, if he was in on the Bronco Mendenhall press conference, but just his thoughts we'll look forward as well. Hey, I got a great holiday gift for you for that person who has everything. And we all have that person. You might even be that person. This is unique. No one else will have it. It's Mustang Home Goods custom furniture. Can't buy it for yourself. Need to make the decision, though, no later than Thanksgiving. Mike Waring is my guy. He's got to have the time to build the chairs. And these aren't just chairs, but they're couches and beds, dining room tables, coffee tables, customized specifically for you. Do yourself a favor. Go to Mustang Home Goods. You're at the computer. MustangHomeGoods.com. Go look at the beautiful, beautiful pieces that Mike creates. Then book a consultation and have Mike create something special for you. I've talked a lot about the chair that he made for me. Love the chair. It's a beautiful custom chair. It's got the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo on 3 sides of it. You can put your logo, mark, whatever it is on, or not. I mean, not all furniture has to have logos on it. Whatever it is you want. And by the way, they're incredibly comfortable and insanely functional. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. And it's in your home. This is not just furniture. This is art. It's usable art. Take a look at some of the examples at MustangHomeGoods.com. You'll see why I'm blown away. You will as well. You're going to want to call Mike and do something special for you or someone you love. Phone number is 505-418-8070. 505-418-8070. Book a consultation with Mike. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com and tell your story in your home.
This report is brought to you by...
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at...
They sent Keon White, defensive end to the Niners, and they sent safety Kyle Duggar to the Steelers. In return, they got a 2026 6th-round pick from the Niners and a 7th-round pick. And then in the Steelers deal, they got another 6th-round pick. 2 6-round picks. 6 and 7. All right, cool. I think it's just the precursor of what you're going to start seeing. Right? You think this is going to be a busy trade deadline?
Not for a player that really gets you going.
What's going to be the biggest name? Is it going to be? Because I'm not sold Jacoby Myers isn't getting traded.
I think he'll be the biggest name that's moved.
He moves though, right?
I would think he would be the biggest name.
4th-round pick? Be worth.
I'll get a 5th, maybe a 6th, and then escalates to a 5th with whatever incentives are on it.
Conditional. Okay. So that happened. I mean, that's your somebody. Patrick Surtain, the defensive player of the year last year in the National Football League. He came out of the game against the Cowboys. He's the Broncos stud. Ian Rappaport of the NFL media is reporting the Broncos will not put him on injured reserve. That would require him to miss 4 games. Okay? He will not play against the Texans this week. Broncos then play the Raiders and Chiefs and get a bye. That would give him more time. So you're going to guess after the bye?
Fingers crossed.
That's what you're hoping, right?
Yeah.
Their defense is as good as any defense in the National League.
Yes, it is.
They're leading the NFL with 36 sacks. Their offense, by the way, is the best in the NFL at avoiding sacks. They've only allowed 8. It feels like they've got it moving. Do you consider them, because I do, Super Bowl contenders? I get
they have what's needed to make that run. That's stout defense, an emerging offense with a quarterback that can be explosive. The play caller in Sean Payton, like the foundation is there.
I think they've got the running game. They've got 2 running backs. I think they've got emerging weapons on the outside. Cortland Sutton's good, but Franklin's good, Mims is good. You got guys that you can go to. They got a Super Bowl caliber defense. If you're going to ask me to rank AFC teams right now, and you're not, but I'll do it anyway. I've got Kansas City probably. I know this is crazy. Buffalo's got to prove something that they could be more consistent. JT, I'm going to go Buffalo 1, although I know that's not popular right now. Buffalo, Kansas City, and after that, I mean, and Indianapolis. That's not fair. I got to put Indianapolis. That's not fair. Indianapolis has to go on top. Indianapolis, Buffalo, Kansas City, and after that, who you got? I mean, what are your top 5?
Okay. Is it like right now at 8:38 in the morning, the power rankings of the NFL, or are you asking me AFC, or are you asking me postseason? How am I ranking them?
All right, let me ask you this. Let's do it this way. Rank them with your possibility to get to the Super Bowl.
Kansas City number 1, no doubt.
Just because they're Kansas City and they got that dude in the difference.
And they play defense and the offense now with Rasheed Rice. Like, okay, how fun is that? Like, they're still them dudes.
All right, so they're the best team.
Yes, I'd have Kansas City number 1.
Yeah.
And I think, even with Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills would be behind Denver and Indianapolis right now because those teams are more complete to me. And that would be my hierarchy then with Buffalo, New England sliding in right there.
So you said Kansas City, Indy? Is that 2?
Yes, I'd probably go Kansas City, Indianapolis, Denver, Buffalo, New England.
Okay. Yeah, and New England's got to be in there too. Very, very different than maybe the way the season started, huh? Very, very different. And I don't know that I got a huge argument with you. Like, if you had to say right now who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, would most people say Kansas City? Or most people stay off because they just want something else?
You could want something else, but now all of a sudden everyone on offense slides into a better role. By the way, they've been able to do this with no running game. They're just bashing Kareem's head into the line for 2 yards, and he finds the end zone twice. Pacheco's got a knee injury.
So now it's
he
Brashard
might miss a couple
Smith,
weeks.
right?
We'll see Brashard Smith, if his role expands, like they'll just keep plodding along Kareem Hunt, but the explosive plays in that offense now with Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy able to be the third option, and then it's better for Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. It's all coming into place with Rice back in.
Well, they got a lot of people to eat, and look, he's feeding them.
Oh, Travis Kelce.
No, and Kelsey's getting his every week. And to your point, Rashee Rice is going to be their guy. He's their number one. He had 9 receptions the other night. They're going to keep going to it.
And they have the best point differential in that division, second best in the AFC.
It actually really is. All right. I want to get into the Lions a little bit and their aggressive fourth down play calls. Take more of your correspondence on the conversation with, or not conversation with, about how would you handle the Jason X thing? You heard what he had to say yesterday when asked about other jobs. It would take something amazing, he said, to get him to consider leaving. And amazing has a lot of definitions. I thought he answered it perfectly, by the way. I thought he handled it great. But your thoughts, what would you do? And would you talk about extending him now? Then we'll talk to Sean Ryder and get his thoughts about it. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we'll do Ryder on the radio with the beat writer for the Albuquerque Journal who covers the Lobos. We'll do all that. 505-246-0610 is how you can get in. Got a yard, like a dream yard, front yard, backyard that you'd like to have. Maybe you got a friend or a neighbor who's got that beautiful yard and you'd like to have that. Yours could be better. You should call my good friends over at LaBarge Landscape and schedule an appointment like I did, because they came to my house and my backyards and front yards are exponentially different. And different means way, way better. I love pulling up to the house now. You can see the difference. The backyard, I spend way more time back there. My grass was dying. My sprinklers weren't working. I had stuff growing. They came and took care of all of that. I needed a cleanup. I needed it badly. I didn't do a whole reconstruction or redo of the yard, but they will do that for you. They will give you that landscaping that you want so badly. But here's the deal. Don't wait till spring. I know we're getting into fall and weather's getting colder, but if you wait till spring, you get on a list. Everybody does this, and then by the time you get it done next year, you're halfway through summer and you missed out on all that time. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Have it done now so when spring gets here, you don't have to wait. If you know what you want, LaBarge is going to bring it to life. If you're not sure what you want, but you know you want to do something, let them help you design the landscape of your dream. Let them bring their design team out, look at your space, see what you have, give you a bunch of ideas, and then they'll create something that is gorgeous, a landscape transformation that you are going to love. Remember this, the people who enjoy a new landscape in the spring, they're the ones who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you just want to clean up, like leaf cleanup or pruning of shrubs, LaBarge Landscape does that as well. Call them, 505-345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. Check out their website and see the beauty that they have created all around town. It's LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420. Or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
Michael Jordan on NBC's basketball coverage.
It's interesting because I think a lot of people thought he was actually going to be a part of it, but it's more of just like an interview series that they run.
So the only thing I heard about it was his take on load management, where it's like, I played every game. I don't even know why you need it. What are we doing?
Right.
Back in my day, what did he say? It shouldn't be needed first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove something that I felt like, the fans that are there to watch me play, I want to impress that guy way up top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or get money to buy a ticket. Okay, cool. Are you good with, is it adding to your viewing experience having Michael Jordan on there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I listened on the way in today on the Maggie Perloff show, the show on before us. And Maggie was upset that this wasn't journalistic enough, that you didn't ask because, and I don't know when this was recorded. It feels like it was recorded a while back. But it was Mike Tirico sitting in a living room somewhere with Jordan. And the biggest story in basketball right now is gambling and the gambling scandal that they're dealing with. And Mike was a prominent enjoyer of gambling. And why didn't they ask him if he was ever approached by people or any of that? And she's like, this isn't journalism. And I'm like, duh.
They probably recorded it weeks ago.
Well, and also, how much of this NBA pregame stuff is journalism as opposed to just entertainment and fluff? I mean, what do you think it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be some hard-hitting journalism?
It's both.
Okay.
That's why you have your insiders on, and they drop that, and then the rest is opinion and debate, just going back and forth.
He's not an insider. That's your Jay Glazers on NFL Today, right? That's your Shefties and your those guys. Your Michael Strahans, your Terry Bradshaws, they're entertaining you. Isn't that what Mike is? Isn't that what kind of that role? Isn't that what this is? Give me something that's cool because you never hear from Michael Jordan, and he's the GOAT and he's the guy, and so it just whatever he says you're going to listen to, and that feels like that's the role. I'm fine with it. And I haven't really sat down and seen it yet, but from what I understand of it, I don't know why you think you're going to get some breaking news out of it. Even though you're going to try to take everything that he says as breaking news, meaning his take on load management. I don't know, man. I'll watch this evolve. I just don't know what people want, or more so what they expect. Like, do you think NBC, who's paying him, is just going to grill him on gambling? Well, did you gamble?
No.
Well, did you? I mean, when they came to you.
And I assume this was recorded for all that stuff.
I assume that too.
Yeah. So it's kind of a nothing burger to get that upset about.
Yeah, no, she was
that
choked
segment.
About it. Yeah. She was, I was like, wow, all right. Pretty fired up about this. It's journalism. Hashtag journalism. Like, oh, relax. Like, Michael Jordan's not a journalist. Well, Tirico is. Yeah, but, all right. Oh, okay. What's my big story in the NBA right now? Clippers scored 79 points last night, and there was no load management for Harden or Kawhi. I mean, that to me, that's news. A hell of an offense last night. 79.
The Sixers backcourt going bonkers.
Okay.
Them actually winning games early in the season, and it's not about Joel Embiid or Paul George.
Because it won't be. I mean, just get used to that. It's just that's who they're going to be. All right, that's all there for you as well. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. news this morning, I guess it was this morning, that the Saints are changing quarterbacks. They're leaving Spencer Rattler on the bench. They're going to go with Tyler Shuck. Carson Wentz, the backup quarterback for the Vikings, who has played the last bunch of weeks. This is week 2, right? He is having surgery. He's done. I mean, his left shoulder is torn labrum, dislocated shoulder, and fractured socket. And the dude played. You can tell me all you want about him being a flop, about how he's not great, whatever. Don't ever tell me Carson Wentz isn't tough.
Oh, yeah, I never thinking that the dude wasn't tough.
Whatever you all want to say, he's this, he's that, he's not that. Cool. But that dude's a man.
It's also, he started for 6 different teams in 6 years. Like, that's a grind that you have to be committed to keep doing that, getting back there.
All right, let's talk some Louisville football when we get back. Sean Ryder covers the University of New Mexico football for the Albuquerque Journal. It's Ryder on the radio. When we come back, talk to him about last week's win over Utah State. What does UNLV pose, especially offensively? And his thoughts on his colleague Jeff Grammer's question about Jason Eck's future and the way the coach responded. It's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Channel.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question...
Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Lobos coming off a 33-14 win over Utah State in a much-anticipated game last week. It's Ryder on the radio time. Catch up with Sean Ryder. He's the beat writer for Lobo football for the Albuquerque Journal. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Sean. How you living?
Yeah, doing all right, man. Good to hear from you.
It's kind of fun covering a team that's pretty good, isn't it? It's what I've realized over the last few weeks. It's after all these years of covering a team that's down, it's kind of fun being around a team that is good and thinks they're good and is in every game.
Yeah, definitely fun, and you kind of appreciate it a little bit more. I've definitely enjoyed the last couple weeks, and really since the start of the ECK era, it's been pretty fun to cover.
How was last week with all the noise around it? The game, they played really well. I thought it was by far their best game. But did you talk to Bronco? Were you on his post-game press conference afterwards? Was there anything there?
No, I wasn't able to make his post-game press conference. I did go back and listen to it. I had somebody from Utah State send it to me. And really, kind of the big theme, from his press conference, what I kind of took away was he said, look, we still have long ways to go, and we didn't play well enough, but, kind of repeatedly, multiple times throughout, he said, hey, credit to New Mexico. Their execution was really, really good. And I think that is kind of hitting the nail on the head in a lot of respects, because I know that wasn't quite the Utah State I had seen in other games this season, but that was a really, really darn good New Mexico performance, man, especially in the first half. They were awesome in all 3 phases of the game in the first half, and certainly deserve the credit there.
Sean, it was stunning. I mean, watching him not punt punt on situations where you thought, fourth and whatever, like they've got to go for it, right? Their offense, and I'll yield to you. Was it more New Mexico's defense that shut down an offense that was really good? And more so, I think he's just glad that's done. He didn't have to do this again.
Yeah, I think it was, honestly. I felt like New Mexico's defense did some really nice things, even compared to kind of the Nevada game where I thought they were good. I thought they just kind of ratcheted up the pressure a bit more, and they had a really good plan for Barnes, in my opinion, and that made a huge difference in a lot of respects, because that's a guy that, frankly, for as worrisome as Utah State had kind of been on like third down and all that, statistically like one of the worst teams. That's a guy that you kind of were wondering, like, all right, the numbers aren't great, but when they do get to late downs to kind of force out situations, what's going to happen? Is he going to be a guy that will be able to kind of like take over and make some things happen? Because he fits the mold of a quarterback who can do that. But I thought UNM's defense did a really nice job on him and the rest of the offense.
Going back to the Boise State game, watching that, I felt that the defensive line was in a place where they were taking some steps forward, and they've been really impressive the last 2 weeks. And I think we're seeing some depth. Spence Nowinski and company has those guys playing really hard. But what have you seen, especially just out of the defensive line the last 2 games?
Yeah, I think you're dead on with the depth, right, in a lot of respects, because we had heard guys say, Gabe Lopez in particular, right, a guy who had been on this defense the last 2 seasons entering this one, the idea that, hey, we'll finally be able to, rotate and actually, get guys in and, get breathers and all that. Because I think, there were some bright spots in the D-line, the last couple of years. There were games where they would show up and they would do some nice things. But it was never going to be sustainable because those guys were always going. I mean, Lopez said it best. He's like, I was playing 50, 60 snaps a game. He's like, we don't need me playing 50, 60 snaps a game because I'm going to be worn down by the end of the year. And I think that depth and the ability to rotate guys, Jalen McIver in for Brian Booker and get Okiki Olaronfunmi in for Gabe Lopez and stuff like that. And the guys at the edge spots as well. That's that's really starting to pay off. That ability to kind of rotate, like they're more fresh than they've been at this point in the season, at least over the last couple of years. And I think still like there is a little bit of a consistency thing that I think you want to see a little bit more of in terms of like being able to generate pressure and all that. It feels like 1 week they'll generate a ton of pressure, and then the week after that they won't quite get to that point. So I think they still need to kind of prove they can do it relatively consistently, especially heading into this week against UNLV. But no, I think the depth is making a huge issue and making a huge difference. Excuse me, and I think you're really starting to see that play out.
Sean Ryder, Albuquerque Journal, joining us, and just kind of going back to the overall vibe, the energy that was surrounding that game last week, and it mattered for the fan base. And you've talked to plenty of players, as even talked to some guys just yesterday about what that game meant, and of course the win was the biggest thing. But I think there's two stories here. What it meant for the program, and then what it meant for the fan base. And now that we're past it, how did you feel about the lead up for Coach Eck, the way he addressed it, and then kind of how he put that cherry on top Saturday after the game?
There is a part of me that thinks he was kind of tired of being asked about it, right? Like in the post game press conference, when I asked him kind of about how important was it to get this win for the fans? Like, I do think there was a part of him that was a little tired of kind of hearing about the last guy in a lot of respects, right? So I think that was fun for him in some regards. Maybe not fun, but it felt good in a lot of respects to finally kind of put that to bed, on the right side of it, right, for him and the program and all that. So I think you're right too. Like, it is kind of separate stories between how the players feel about it and the fans feel about it, because it's not like the entire roster was absolutely itching and clawing to finally get back at Bronco and stuff like that. But I do think there was a lot more fans that really they really wanted to let Bronco hear it a little bit, and they certainly did. And but I think by the end of the game, I think they were more thrilled with just the fact that UNM kind of took care of business and they were mad at Bronco.
I think the way they did it too. You beat Nevada the week prior by 2, and fans were going, "Oh, I don't know about the quarterback," and right. And then you went out and handled a team that's better than Nevada, a Utah State team that looked pretty good and dominate them, handle them. Just the feeling of winning that way. I've been a proponent of this program's not good enough to poo-poo any win. Like, who are you to say we didn't win by enough? You remember who you are. But winning the way you won sure feels different.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really think this was kind of a huge game for the Vibes in a lot of respects. Because if they lost this game, they would have lost 3 of their last 4. Basically, all the momentum from the 3-1 start would have kind of grinded to a halt. Obviously, losing to Bronco, I think would have ejected some fans from kind of the bandwagon and all that as well. But the fact that they not only won, but they won by 2, but looked pretty darn good. And it was a game that I was watching and thinking okay, there might be more down the stretch than I kind of anticipated, right? If they're able to put it together like this against some other teams, then yeah, absolutely. I don't think you can cap on that, 5-6 wins or whatever. So I think they kind of just aced the test in a lot of respects, and it's on them to they issue a similar performance down the stretch, and it's on them to to make sure they get that 6th win. All the vibes will be for naught. All the good vibes, I should say, if they don't end up locking out that 6th win and get into a bowl.
All right, then go this weekend, because it's a game that I'm not going to lie, man. At the beginning of the year, I thought there was a couple of games they couldn't win. I didn't think they could win at Michigan. I didn't think they could win in Boise. And this is probably one that I thought UNLV was a lot better. Here we are at a 4-point spread against a team that gives up a lot of points, scores a lot of points, has a ton of talent. And this game looks a lot different now than it did 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think that's more of a – I think you're dead on, right? UNLV scores a lot of points, and they give up a lot of points, right? And even I've gone back and forth on UNLV all season, because I remember watching the Idaho State game, in week 0, their opener, and that was one that they really had to kind of hang on to win and all that, right? And the Miami game a couple weeks later, but you also have a lot of respect for what this offense is doing and how they take care of business. So I do think it's a really interesting opportunity. I do think it's a gettable game. I think it's I was talking with Grammer yesterday. I think it's a more gettable opportunity for UNM than going on the road and playing Boise on the blue and stuff like that. I I do think it's right for UNM to. I do think it's like, you know, I don't know if I'm totally expecting them to go in and win and all that, but I think it should be more expected than them going on like the blue and shocking Boise State.
Yeah, I think Boise State still, they're not the team of last year, but they're still the best team in this conference. I think we've seen that play out, and we'll kind of see the matchups ahead. But also, I think for the Lobos, you look at the one. It's just that San Jose State offense. I think just that type of offense, the way this team wants to play, was really difficult. Down the stretch, with kind of Spence Nowinski, the bend but don't break. I think that's going to be key. Is the type of offenses that they see. I think will hopefully, for their sake, allow them to be in more games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's 100% right, and I think like. That San Jose State game, like, in a lot of respects, like, you don't want to feel like bad matchup, but, like, I mean, that's a really tough offense to play. And, I remember X talking about it, too. It's like, we'll probably, like, want to get some looks on the spread and shred in spring practice in the way that we would with, like, Air Force's options, stuff like that as well. So I do think that kind of, that X kind of said that they didn't feel like they had the greatest plan going in, and that showed against San Jose State. I think, playing UNLV, like, there's certainly some pitfalls in what they do offensively and all of that, but I do think it is also a team where they'll be able to kind of what this defense wants to do every single game is hold them on first and second down and try and set up third, medium, third and short and really work it there. And I think this is an offense that they're going to have to play really, really well, but they can probably execute that plan again.
Sean Ryder's the beat writer for Lobo Football, covering them for the Albuquerque Journal. He's with us. Jeff Grammer asked Eck yesterday about his name being attached in so many reports to all the jobs, not all the jobs, but many of the jobs that are out there, and his future. And I thought he handled it well. He said that we just played the clip. It's going to take something amazing to make us think about leaving, and I love it here. But he also referenced the president's search, which I think is really fair. Now, you could say that was his escape hatch, and let's see what's going on with the uncertainty with the presidents, and if something comes up, and I don't know that it'll be solved by next month when all this starts to go down. How did you feel he answered that yesterday, and just your thoughts on all the noise around that?
Yeah, I thought he answered it about as well as he could. And Grammer was the one who was asking about the president's search. It's not like Jack pulled that out on his own, right? And I thought he kind of said what you would expect a coach to say. Like, we would love to get an athletics-minded president in the administration and all that. And I thought Grammer had a good question too, and the idea of, do you feel like you've done enough at this point to have a say in the presidential search? And I thought Eck handled answering that pretty well too. But I think that is probably the main takeaway for UNM fans, right? The idea that him coming out and saying, "I'm happy here, and I think it's going to take something really great, really awesome to get me away from here." I think that should. Well, I don't know if we know what the really awesome looks like for Jason Eck and company. I think we can kind of guess in some regards too. Like, I think it is pretty meaningful to him that he's here and he's being able to coach his son and all that. I don't think it's a family that's like dying to pack it up and kind of move immediately again. So I think there is all that to kind of think about as well too. But I think for fans to finally kind of hear that is probably a really good thing at this point. And I think Eck has a track record at this point, although it's pretty early. He's shown he can be pretty genuine, right? So I do think that was a pretty genuine comment. And and I asked him a little bit more too about kind of the how wild things are, right now in the coaching carousel, right? How guys used to have 5 years, and now you have kind of 2, maybe 3 years. And I asked him if that kind of changed the calculus of how he kind of, maybe views, his future and the next opportunities, maybe getting somewhere else and resetting the clock. And he said he doesn't really think about it a ton, but like it is something that doesn't really factor into his thinking so much, but it is something that is definitely there and something to be kind of thought of.
I think one man's amazing is another man's average, right? I mean, what's amazing is I think it's a vague enough term that he said this was an amazing opportunity, where a lot of people would have said New Mexico's an amazing opportunity. What are you talking about? And he saw it that way, right? I just think, Sean, there may be a third of the jobs turnover in college football, right? When you start going first layer, second layer, third layer, there's going to be a lot coming at him and his agent to sift through. And I thought he handled it as well as he can answer a question like that. He wasn't going to say, I'm never leaving. and it wasn't going to make a commitment that he had to go eat next month or whatever. I thought it was the right thing, but I think not tying it to any certain job. I think there's going to be a lot of noise, and some of it's going to be real.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. And yeah, you kind of made the point, right? Like one man's trash, another man's treasure. I mean, he's always had that kind of tone in terms of talking about going to Idaho, going to New Mexico in a lot of respects, right? Where it's those weren't super desirable jobs, like before. But I think the one thing that he's always said that I've always kind of remembered is like, hey, like make it big time where you are, right? And I think he's found ways to kind of do that. And he did say yesterday, kind of off one of the last questions I asked him, that he is really attracted to the idea of like going in and making an impact and rebuilding, right? I don't think he's a guy that kind of wants to jump to like the proven power, right, where everything's clicking and he has to kind of sustain. I think he's a guy that kind of gets the most out of things when he is doing that kind of rebuild model and putting his stamp on the program that way, because he's shown that he can do that pretty effectively.
Yeah, he said he enjoys building, right? He enjoys building, and I think there's a plan in his mind, right? He talked about a bowl game in year one, and I think he said in maybe media day, but it was over the summer. He says, maybe we don't compete for a conference championship this year, but I see that in the next few years. But I think we should be a bowl team this year, and it's kind of on track, on pace for what it seems like his plan was.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit. Like his introductory press conference, he didn't say it in the intro presser, but I remember talking to him like one-on-one on the side, and I very clearly remembered, because I hadn't really heard a coach say that at an intro presser. He's like, yeah, like year one we want to get better. We were 5-7 last year, and getting better means going to a bowl, right? And he had that tone yesterday as well too. And obviously it's different now when they're right on the cusp of it than in December when they don't even have a freaking roster. You don't know who's going to be playing for the team. So, yeah, but I think the fact that you've kind of seen that play out, I think that's something that fans really, really like, and definitely be cool to cover.
All right, man. It's good talking to you. Read him every day in the Albuquerque Journal. Follow him on his social media. He'll be in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium and have stories out, and they do a post-game and pre-game show, and it's all there for you at the abqjournal.com. Appreciate you always, man. Safe travels to Vegas. We'll catch you next week.
Good talking to you guys as always, man.
He's Sean Ryder, Albuquerque Journal's beat writer for Lobo football. I mean, it feels like his feels are kind of the same ours are on enjoy it now. If it might happen, but I'm not convinced he's just going to jump at any job. It's going to have to be pretty good.
I agree with that, and that's why the way I look at this right now with the discussions of extension, adding money, this or that, I think there's a trust and a belief between Jason Eck and Fernando Lobo that, hey, if we get to that point, we'll have those conversations then, because I think that will be in the best interest for both of that thing.
All right, respond when we get back, 505-246-0610. I got emails and texts coming in from you as well, Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Check out a new tailgate experience with the...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement.
Also want to know if there's any venues holding viewing parties. I don't know if there's any viewing parties. They're on Altitude and on Mountain West Network. Do you consider the Mountain West Network TV? A lot of people do not.
It's streaming.
It is streaming, just like, I don't know, is Thursday Night Football on TV?
Thursday Night Football streaming.
All right. However you want to say it, it's available. So that's how you can watch the game on Saturday. All right, 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You are on The Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good morning. Well, to start off on kind of a somber note, I just found out, and I don't know how many people remember this gentleman, but Damon Burris passed away. And I remember Damon picked up a fumble against Texas Tech in one of the wildest games I've ever been to. The horse, Double T, ended up getting away from its rider and dying. It was a 4.5-hour football game where the Lobos ended up losing, but Damon picked up a football and ran it back for a touchdown. And he was also instrumental in the upset of number 9, Utah, here at University Stadium. So going to miss that big guy. He was always fun and played really hard and was a good Lobo. So there is a GoFundMe page to help him with funeral expenses if anybody's interested, if they go to his Facebook page, Damon Burrist.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah. When there's tragedy in the Lobo family, we all have to come together. So I thought I'd just put that sad news out there because I know a lot of people remember Damon. But on to the game Saturday. This is a huge, huge opportunity, and it is a much better matchup, and I agree with Sean. This is a much better matchup than going up to play Boise when we played them, coming off the loss to San Jose. We're coming off 2 wins, and I think the team's found some rhythm, and it's all going to come down to, can Jack, can he outplay Calandra? Probably not, but can he match him enough in terms of no turnovers, play a clean game, run the offense efficiently, because we're going to have to score. UNLV's just scoring on everybody, and I don't see our defense being good enough right now at this point. My final thoughts, it's the world we live in now, isn't it, Jeff? If somebody comes in and says, hey, Mr. Symbieta, we see what you're doing with the New Mexico Bowl. We're going to triple your salary, and now you're the executive director of the Rose Bowl. How long do you think about that before you say yes?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, triple, I don't know, the amount of work, quality of living. Do I get a country club membership in Pasadena?
You get a country club membership at the Pasadena or Bel Air, whatever country club you want.
All right, then.
Because you got a hobnob with the rich people.
There's golf. All right. Yeah, I listen for yeah. I get it.
So here's the thing. While we have him here, and the thing that I know about Coach Eck is he's serious about this place and serious about building, and let's just match his salary, and let's get a president that cares about athletics, even more so than, Garnett Stokes did. And they're out there. Those people are out there, and they know. And if we can get alignment on that hire, why would he leave?
Well, but here's the deal. That job's probably not going to be filled for, 4 months, right? I mean, they just opened it up, right?
Yes.
So
right.
It's a bit of a leap of faith on his part if he has to, pass up jobs in this cycle.
Well, but with a third of the jobs opening up right now, that's going to be a constant cycle every year. Because in the NIL, some billionaire booster now controls the athletic department more so than they ever did. All they got to do is shake the NIL finger, and people fire Brian Kelly. Now, was he ever a good fit at LSU?
Never.
Probably not. So that really has more to why he's leaving than anything else, and it is about fit. I know the job that Coach Eck wants. It's called Wisconsin. That's his home. That's where he played. That's where he's from. But like he told me and anybody else that would listen, he hasn't proven himself yet to get that kind of job when you're competing against Kirk Cignetti and Sharon Moore and all those people. So I want to enjoy what's going on right now and revel in that.
Yep.
And I think that's where we should be in the
right
present.
answer. That's the right answer. All right, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, Rudy. Rudy called at 505-246-0610. All that's the right answer. And there's a lot out there. I disagree. I think, every year isn't going to be as crazy as this. Now, maybe I'm wrong. You think I am? I mean, this year is bonkers right now. The amount of big-time jobs that are open. You think this will be every year?
Assistants don't get power conference jobs. So it's going to be head coaches that move, and then it's the trickle-down from head coaches to head coaches.
Yes. So the second and third one is what you kind of got to avoid. We didn't get into the Brian Kelly thing a lot. I haven't heard a lot of people coming to his defense. Have you? Like, as far as, you always hear, oh, he's a good dude and bad. Like, Franklin up at Penn State. People really like him. I think he's a good coach. Seems like he's a decent enough dude. There's not a lot of people coming to the defense of Brian Kelly and say, what a good dude, and he didn't deserve this. Rudy's right. It always seemed like a bad fit, but I backed off my bad fit theory because I remember when Matt Rule went to Baylor, and I thought, what are we doing? And he was terrific there. So sometimes, okay, you know what? It can work. Sometimes it's not bad. But I look at that one, and it sounds like he was just a jerk to everyone. The players don't miss him. It was a bad fit. I never understood the Brian Kelly thing. I know he won at Notre Dame. Nobody leaves Notre Dame to go get a bigger job, right? I mean, that's like the biggest, but he did. The whole accent thing, he was dead on arrival that day. It was DOA the day he went in with the family, and you listen to that whole thing, and hey, y'all, and tried to just be who you are, man. Be comfortable enough to be who you are. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. People aren't fooled by that. It never felt right. But listening, guys get fired. You always hear, oh, it was a bad situation, or look what he did, or people are coming to Dabo's defense while he's hanging on. And even when it was the guy at Ohio State, May, right?
Brian Day.
Brian Day. A lot of people came to his defense because he did everything but beat Michigan. I hear nothing. The silence is deafening in regards to who that guy might be.
It really is. That there's not, hey, coach, appreciate you, understand expectations, all that. It was just, Brian Kelly. Thankfully, someone put up that money. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? It's bonkers to me. But where we are, it's hard to feel bad for a guy, too, when he's walking away with $54 million. I mean, God bless him. Like God bless him for getting all that money. Scott Woodward thing is crazy, though, because the AD there is the same AD that negotiated the contract that got Jimbo Fisher paid $72 million to walk away. Bonkers, right? That's a tough track record to live on, and he's going to hire the next coach.
Woo-wee.
I know.
This dude will get you paid.
I promise. I mean, yeah, hire me. Hire me. Because he'll get you paid. All right, 505-246-0610. Keep them coming this morning. You playing Prize Picks? You play Monday Night Football the other night? You probably won if you took more on a lot of the Patrick Mahomes stuff. I got hoops for you tonight. Zach LaVine, more or less than 22 points tonight. I got Nikola Jokic tonight. Will he make more or less than 2.5 3-pointers? Austin Reeves will have more or less than 3.5 rebounds. That's some of the stuff you can play on Prize Picks. It's the best way for you to cash in on your favorite game, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. You can pair them all together. Only on Prize Picks. You're watching the games just like I'm watching the games. We all think we know a little bit. Why not let some of your knowledge pay off? Who's going to have a big day? Who's maybe not? You make a pick, more or less. It takes less than 60 seconds to turn your takes into cash. You do it all year long. I've been loving that. This is my kind of thing. I play 4-team lineups, right? Or 4-player lineups. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on lineups of 2 to 6 players. You sit back and you enjoy. Prize Picks is the only app now that offers stacks. So that means you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So if you think Steph Curry, you want to go more or less on his total points, his 3-pointers, and his assists, you can do that. And you can only do that on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code KNML. It's KNML. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's Prize Picks, and it's good to be right.
NFL coverage all season long.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more.
Extension for you. You like big money? You like big names?
Where do I sign?
Right where Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, we beat you to it. Sorry. You got to wait for the next one. Aiden Hutchinson, defensive lineman for the Lions. Most guaranteed money ever for a non-quarterback. $180 million deal. So here's the deal. 4 years, $180 million, $141 million guaranteed. So that's $45 million per year average salary. Becomes the second highest paid non-quarterback, behind only Micah Parsons, who's averaging 46.5. So it's Parsons and Hutchinson and T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett and Danielle Hunter and Max Crosby and Nick Bosa, all pass rushers. So that just came down this morning. Aiden Hutchinson just got paid by the Detroit Lions. You like that?
Closer.
I mean, it's a difference maker, right?
And these dudes, right place, right time. That's a good team. The offense is explosive, but teams probably chasing a lot in the second half, and that's when Aiden Hutchinson can go off.
Yeah. All right, we never really hit this story. This was the story of the Baltimore Ravens while they were losing. Had the ping pong table and the basketball hoop and the video game consoles all removed from the locker room because they were distractions. We never really, you saw the story, right?
Yes.
We never really got in on it. I'm like, whatever. Do what you want to do in the locker room. However it is. There was a lot of intrigue, though, as to who it was who requested / demanded the toys. I guess is that a fair word? Toys, the
recreational activities,
recreational distractions. Okay. Yeah. Marlon Humphrey is a cornerback there. He said that it was Lamar Jackson who made the call to take the toys out of the locker room. They started 1-5. So Jackson was out with a hamstring injury. He wanted his teammates to focus on football, and Lamar confirmed yesterday that it was him. Quote Lamar Jackson yesterday, I told Kaneko, our head equipment guy, I told him to take all the games and ping pong, turn off the TVs. If we could just have taken the TVs out, they'd have been out too. He said, I appreciate our owner, Steve Biscotti, for putting that in for us, but we had to focus. I don't want to say people don't take their job seriously. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't feel like it was the time for that. We got a lot of work to do, end quote. feel differently now that you know it was Lamar Jackson who had it out as opposed to maybe management or coaching staff or something like that? It was your star quarterback. You feel differently?
No.
I don't know. I feel a certain way about it, period. Like,
it's the whole... The reason you were dropping games wasn't the ping pong table. It was one, you weren't playing. And your defense was Swiss cheese to start the season. Were there ping pong tournaments that were bleeding into film sessions and guys showing up late?
Hey, coach, I can't make the linebackers meeting. I'm up next on the ping pong table.
You had the next forced dump.
Yeah.
Trying to emerge out of the Baltimore Ravens locker room. To me, this is Lamar like, I need to be a leader. Do something right now. Let's get rid of the ping pong tables. And it's like, okay.
Kind of feel the same way. Like, I'm going to do something. I love the next line. I'm reading the CBS story. Looking at it. Jackson's strategy worked. They won a game, dude. They beat a really average team.
They played fine defensively and got competent quarterback play for the game. But you can point out it was the ping pong tables. You know, this is the whole Kyler Murray likes video game stuff, so he can't be a good quarterback. Nonsense.
Because he plays video games. Yeah. Because he should have been studying his damn playbook instead. Yeah. Yeah. Because you can't do two
It's 11:37 at night. Why are you not looking at your iPad?
Who was it? Somebody was it a coach? Who was it? Oh, it was Hugh Freeze. He's playing golf. That's why they're losing games, because he played a round of golf.
They're losing games because Hugh Freeze.
That job's going to be open too. Is that a good job, Auburn? I mean, all SEC jobs are good if you.
What the best job could be?
Getting
the one
fired?
that Lane Kiffin will leave.
Ole Miss?
Because there's
That's
pressure, but not like, oh my gosh, you just lost to the number 2 team in the country. I'm going to fire you, freshman.
I don't know if I had this conversation with you or it was with Ryan the other day. Is Ole Miss better right now than LSU or Florida? Lane Kiffin's at Ole Miss. Supposedly, there's like a bidding war or a wooing contest between Florida and LSU to get Lane Kiffin. And I argued, and I don't know what the NIL is, and evidently the roster right now at LSU is, double what they're paying at Ole Miss. And Florida's the same way. But I'm going to guess they're going to pay Lane Kiffin about the same, right? The pressure to win, while still is quite significant at Ole Miss, you've seen what it is at LSU. Brian Kelly's 5-3, but he hadn't won a national championship in 4 years, so he's out. Florida's gone through how many coaches? I mean, Dan Mullen, Jim McElwain, Dan Mullen. Was there somebody between Mullen and Napier? I mean, they're going through them like crazy too. So I wondered, and I guess the resources at Florida and at LSU as far as NIL and opportunity, I guess they are greater, and that would be the intrigue. But as far as facilities and money and look, do you want to live in Oxford, Mississippi? Do you want to live in
Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge. You want to live in Gainesville? I hear Baton Rouge is great as far as game day to college town. I've been to Oxford. It's beautiful. I don't know. I don't know how it is to live in any of those places. I guess that's part of the consideration. But, I mean, can you make an argument Ole Miss is as good as those jobs?
You can make that argument.
Do you buy it? Like, if you're him and your salary's the same.
I do think that I think there's a valid argument. There's still that perception, like LSU at night.
I got it.
The swamp, like there's always that little extra.
All right, I got to take this final break. If you're on the phones, stay there, please. I want to hear you at 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors.
Featuring Al Jackson, Derek Cahill, Michael Longfellow, and Chris Branhola. Get your tickets before they sell out. They're located at the Windrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more info. Also tomorrow night, Over on KTBL, we'll have Rio Rancho and Cleveland, the big rivalry there. And Lobo basketball, men's basketball. Over on News Radio KKOB, Arizona, Northern Arizona. That'd be a different Arizona. Northern Arizona. Against the Lobos. 505-246-0610. Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, JJ. Just going to chime in a little bit on that wonderful person, Brian Kelly. When he first got there, I guess one of the first things he did was fire the strength and conditioning coach who had been there 21 years, had gone through 3 national titles, pretty successful guy, pretty loved guy in the community. And then it becomes kind of ironic who was the strength and conditioning coach at Texas A&M, the game that gets Brian Kelly fired. I mean, sometimes people, there is coaching, there's play calling, there's doing all that, but I just don't think Brian Kelly gets it as a human being. Unfortunately, we had to deal with that when we lost our wonderful Roy Williams at KU. Matt Doherty had been given the North Carolina job, and he had played there, but he thought he was going to change everything, and he didn't do it the North Carolina way, so he was out, and then Roy went home. But that. On a side note, talked about if Coach Eck leaves, which I hope he doesn't, wonderful person, great guy. Giving it to an assistant hasn't quite worked out wonderful here at UNM. Well, in basketball, Coach Neal, or way back when Coach Morrison left, they gave it to Joe Lee Dunn for football, and he hung on a couple years. But, you do what you do. I don't decide, anybody gets a chance, that's a good thing to be a head coach, but I don't know. So I hope he sticks around. Whether they win this week or not, almost like, I don't know, don't want them to lose, but maybe if they came home against Colorado State saying, here, we're going to qualify for a bowl, maybe that would get people into the stadium and all that. Hopefully by next year, if I got my 2 new hips, I can get tickets again, but wishing them well and all that. World Series is turning into a dogfight. So yeah, it's something like that. It's fun to watch either team you root for and all that. So besides that, guys, have a great day. Be safe. Take care.
See you. All right. Appreciate that. A lot there. Checking to make sure I hit all of the stuff that you got me with. Harold's in on the volleyball stuff. Your biatch awaits, he said. Jeff, the OD has discussed for years the insane success Lady Lobo women have had against Air Force basketball. Well, for Lobo volleyball, that's Nevada. Every time they needed a get-well game, it seems like the Pac's on a schedule. At 1-9, has this team ever needed a win worse? I know, maybe not. You know better than I on the volleyball stuff. Dan says you asked the softball question of the week. Let me hit it out of the gym for you, Jeffrey and Juan Jose. You asked how to shorten baseball games. Use the Ghost Runner regular season overtime rules. If you don't want Albuquerque baseball playing all-night games in July, burning up arms, why would you want it in the finals? I'm glad they don't put the Ghost Runner. I think the Ghost Runner was an artificial implant to simply speed up games, and when you get to the playoffs, is it a little different? It's not a different game. It's a different overtime rule, or in this case, extra inning rule. Hockey doesn't do a 5-minute overtime with less guys on the ice and then go to shootout. I have no desire to go to the Ghost Runner in Major League Baseball playoffs. Do you? Do you think that's a good idea? He said put the runner at second base.
I'm totally on board with sports deciding things differently in the postseason, especially basketball. Well, basketball's fine. I mean, like hockey and baseball. Play a regular game in the postseason, shorten it in the regular season. I am fine with that.
Yeah, no, it went long, dude. It doesn't happen all the time. It's happened twice. You know, you've had 2 in the century plus of baseball. You've had 2 extra inning games go 18 innings. It's happened twice. And by the way, when it happened, it was relatively spectacular. I'm sorry, and look, I'm hurting now. I'm feeling it now. Like literally feeling it 2 days later when I'm tired. I stayed up. I didn't have to. I made the choice. It sucks that it hurts. But it was pretty spectacular to watch. And I was at that football press conference yesterday. You know what everybody was talking about? Baseball.
World Series.
Yeah, it takes something like that. It was really good. No, I'm gonna disagree with you on that. All right, make sure I got all of your stuff in. I think we did today. Tomorrow, Jerry Palm. Tomorrow it'll be game day for Lobo basketball as well as the NFL. And we'll have a 3-2 leader. One team's going to be one win away from the World Series champion. Who you got tonight? You got the Blue Jays? You got the Dodgers? Yep. Snell or who they throwing?
It doesn't matter.
Well, okay.
The no-name Mashers will get it.
Oh, yeah, it's just Savage. Trey Savage. You're on the Blue Jays today.
I'll go Dodgers,
Yeah,
but this goes 7.
Goes 7. So that means they're going to beat Yamamoto in Game 6. It'll be Glasnow against Scherzer. Is that what we're going to get in Game 7? That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong. Good theater, if you know what I'm saying. All right, thank you to Sean Ryder. He was with us today. Albuquerque Journal, beat writer for Lobo Football. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show follows that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas is in at 4. Then we're back with award-winning radio starting tomorrow morning. We will begin at 7 a.m. Adrian produced on the television side. It looks great. Great work. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.